Hello everyone and welcome back. Today is bottling day for the amber ale we started out making a couple weeks ago. It's been downstairs in the basement fermenting for the past couple weeks and it is ready to bottle. So I brought it up, set it on the counter. So I'm going to let it settle back out because it's been sloshed around as I brought it upstairs. So I'll let it sit as I start preparing and sanitizing all my bottling equipment and my bottles. And so we'll also take a, before we start bottling, we'll take another gravity reading with the hydrometer, get a little calculation to see what our starting and our final gravities were so we can calculate what our alcohol by volume is going to be. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, a quick word about sanitizing the and cleaning the bottling equipment. I started with a package of the no wrench cleaner and we mixed it up with a hot gallon of water, put it in the bucket there. I already took out what I sanitized over here, but basically I sanitized the bottling caps, the siphon hose, and the bottle filling tube. So I got those all sanitized, and I'll take you to the bathroom where I'm sanitizing my bottles. Alright, I have another tub set up here with some more sanitizing solution. This is where I'm doing my bottles. You can see I got about 12 bottles in here right now. I'm about to take those out and put another 12 in. But this is how I'm sanitizing the equipment with the no rinse cleaner and sanitizer. Guys, I'm back. I've been sanitizing the bottles and my equipment for the past hour or so, but I've gotten those all nice and sanitized, and so I'm ready to move on with the process and get these things bottled. But the first thing I want to do before that is take our hydrometer reading and find out what our final gravity is. So I'm going to go ahead and use my sample tube here and get a sample of our amber ale. Alrighty, look at that. Definitely is amber. See if you can just see that. It's already got a nice head on it, huh? Oh, it smells like beer for sure. Alright, yeah. Alright. Let's measure this thing. Take our hydrometer here. Might have to empty a little bit of this out. You got a little too much head on there right now, so I'm gonna rinse this off. Alright, so we're going to spin this around. Get it nice and level there. I'm going to have to put it over here. We're going to go ahead and let that sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to take my reading once the bubbles go away a little bit. Alright, I'm back. I've been playing around with the hydrometer there, making sure I get a good final gravity reading, and I think I finally got a good reading on this thing. It looks like my final gravity is 1.013, and that's with the temperature correction factor in there. So I started out when we first brewed this thing on brew day. My starting gravity was 1.044, with my final gravity about 1.013. And so with that little calculation, doing the subtraction and the division, I'm coming up with about 4% alcohol in this this amber ale. So I'm not sure. I think that's in the range of what it was supposed to be, maybe a little higher. But 4% is what we got, and that's what we'll go with. So let's move on to putting these things in the bottle. Right, next step was we're going to prepare our priming sugar. So this is a little bag of sugar. Poured in 16 ounces of water here, and we're going to heat this up. Dissolve the water for dissolve the sugar into the water for about 10 minutes, and then we'll turn off the stove for about 10 minutes and let it cool before we add it to our bottling bucket. Alrighty, we're getting closer, right? So I got my priming sugar all dissolved and heated up and boiled together. So priming sugar is what's going to help when we bottle this up, is what's going to carbonate our beer up a little bit. So yeah, so it's the priming sugar. Pouring this in our bottling bucket, sanitized bottling bucket. All right, so we got that there. Now we're going to take and siphon our fermented beer and into our bottling bucket now. So we got a siphon hose again that's been sanitized. We're going to put it on our spigot. All right, put our hose down there. And we're going to open the spigot and our beer should flow down into a bottling bucket. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let that flow down and fill up our bottling bucket, and I'll be right back. All right, everything is bottled. I got 47 bottles out of that 5-gallon bucket of beer. So didn't have enough for that last 48 to make 2 full cases, but hey, 47's good enough, right? So I got them bottled up, and we're going to go store them down in a dark, cool place in the basement for a couple weeks before we break open this bottle. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you when we're ready to drink this thing. All right.